From the Crush Studio in sunny Florida, this is the Disney Crush Podcast. And now your two tempests in a teacup, Dave and Toni-Ann.
Santa Claus dinner packages at $200 a person, and we're going to tell you where. Frozen animatronics, we've been telling you for years, do something, and it looks like they might just be doing something. Price increases, that's a shocker. Toni-Ann is back, and she gives us a breakdown of her trip with Rich, along with Michael. And, oh, what a trip it was. Her family got a mega dose of pixie dust on this trip. Find out what it was on this week's Disney Crush Podcast, episode 413. She's back. She's back. She's back in the saddle again.
That was a lot of pressure.
Hey, man, no pressure. No pressure, man. I mean, we got a lot to talk about.
Well, our listeners were upset last week. I got private messages from people saying that they were very sad that the 24-minute podcast last week didn't even get them to work.
Well, really? They want less or more?
No, they want more. They want more of you, Dave.
They're going to be really upset when they find out we're going to a 10-minute show. We're going to blast it out quick and done. Oh. Hey, me and selfish. Editing. Take me no time to edit.
All right.
Yeah. Well, no, hey, I'm sorry, but this might be a long one, so just buckle up.
We'll see. We'll see if we get Rich on. I got my dongle. I got it hooked up. I can't get, I don't know if the dongle is compromised, like it's not working. Or
I know my dongle quit working after a while. So that's possible.
A lot of men your age have that problem, Dave.
Well, you know how those dongles are. They got something. Don't they have a pill for that or something?
I think they do. Yeah, but I didn't. So, yeah. So I don't know. We might have to just harass him on the phone. Oh, he won't be able to hear you if we do that.
Oh, then I'll let you interview your husband. That'd be great. I can sit back, have some popcorn, and just watch or listen to the show. That'll be a first for me.
Yeah. I just can't figure out why it's not working, and it might be a broken dongle.
It might be. Yeah, I've had problems. Yeah. So, I'm not going to go through that again, but I just left the door wide open again for you. You think I'd learned the first time.
We do know that our friend Kevin is coming in February, and some of our friends are coming at that same time, which happens to also be my birthday weekend, which is a national holiday if you don't know. And Rich is supposed to be coming, and I found out that all the hot mamas are coming. Deirdre's coming, Wendy's coming, Noreen's coming, Kurt Stone is coming, Dan Robinson, and Andy Hoffman. I think Samantha Kuhn is coming too.
Okay, well, you just put two guys in there, the hot mamas.
She's a little young to be a hot mama.
Okay, but why'd you put two dudes in the hot mamas?
I put three dudes.
Well, yeah, I'm sorry. You took me by surprise when you started talking about dudes, hot mamas. They got something to tell me? I don't know.
No, but I'm a little nervous about having my husband around. Deirdre and Wendy, but especially Noreen, because we all know, he's got a thing for Noreen.
Well, I think a lot of us do.
So anyway, so she got her nickname from, but
yeah.
So anyway, so I think he enjoyed himself enough that he's going to go back in February.
Well, that is great. And we're going to talk about that shortly because we have not talked about your trip purposely because I want to just make it nice and new for me too. So I'm looking forward to this. I've been looking forward to it all week, and we're recording a little bit late in the week, and I've been dying to get on the mic with you and talk about it.
Because you were hanging out with the Gators yesterday. I
did hang out with the Gators next door. Yes, it was quite the not the experience for us because we see him all the time. He's our neighbor and we're used to him. But it was fun watching people, go crazy about it. But we're like, yeah, okay. Oh, okay.
Just another day in Hernando
Just another
Beach.
Day in Florida.
That's right.
Just another day in Florida.
So, Dave, in the intro, you hinted, you gave a little hint about the breakfast with Santa that is happening on select days at the cake bake shop. Actually, it's not breakfast. I'm sorry. It's dinner with Santa.
Well, that makes a big difference. Yeah.
Select evenings at the cake bake shop. It's $200 a person. I think $150 for the kiddies.
Oh, geez, $200 a person.
Do you
have they lost their ever loving minds, Disney? Honestly, wait.
Well,
you know what?
It's actually not Disney. It's the restaurant.
Okay, well, still,
it's
okay. Whatever.
Gwendolyn Rogers at Cake Bake Shop.
Well, she's crazy. She needs to She needs to shove her head in a cake and come out and smell some of the fresh air.
$200. Go ahead. I'm going to tell you what it comes with.
Okay, tell me. Or tell us.
It's $200 per adult, up to 3 beverages, which includes, I know it said it includes sparkling wine, but I don't know if it also includes cocktails. It's up to 3 beverages, which can be alcoholic beverages, an entree of your choice, a seasonal dessert from the menu, a professional family photograph with Santa Claus, and a gift to take home. Now, if it's 3 alcoholic beverages and a dessert, those desserts are $22 to $25 each. And those beverages, I had an espresso martini this weekend that was $19. $60 in beverages, $25 in dessert. It's starting to sound a little better to me.
No, you can't. Nobody can see me right now, but I'm shaking my head. No, you haven't won me over yet. Okay. I want to know what that present is. Is a present?
I want to know what the present is. It's probably an ornament, I'm thinking. And their ornaments are like really expensive. I saw one this weekend and I want to say it was $100. I swear it was.
Well, that's probably overpriced too.
Well, yeah, but the child's meal is $150, which includes any beverage of your choice, an entree of your choice, a seasonal dessert from the menu, the picture with Santa, and a gift to take home. So I guess everyone gets a gift.
Well, I don't know. What if I don't drink alcohol and I don't want alcohol?
Well, then I'm
getting 3.
You can get a pot of tea or something.
So I'm drinking water. I drink water, so that's not helping me.
Well, then you
is the present a ticket to ride on Santa's sleigh?
I don't know.
Rudolph?
But let me tell you something. We went there this weekend and it was decorated for fall and it was amazing. And I can't wait to see what they do for Christmas. But yeah, so I'm sure it's going to be decorated immaculately, stupendously. But it's only on select nights, November 18th, November 25th, December 5th, and December 9th.
Now, tell me again, is there any food besides like sweets and cake and all that stuff? Right.
You get an entree. And they have some nice. I think their savory dishes are better than their sweets. If you want to know the truth from me.
And they typically run about how much?
The entrees, the dinner entrees. Remember when the kids menu came out and people were freaking out about the the grilled cheese that was like $20?
Yeah.
Let me look it up. But they did tame it down.
Yeah, when they sprinkle pixie dust in that.
They sprinkle. There is sparkles on absolutely everything. Yes,
That's
Dave.
Why I said it. That's why I brought it up.
I had berries this week that were covered in pixie dust.
Is it made out of gold? Is the pixie dust made out of flaked gold that I can capture in my hand and take somewhere? It's at almost $3,000 an ounce right now. So hello.
The dinner menu, gumbo is $24, grilled salmon $35, po' boy $36. That's a lot of money for a po' boy. Chicken piccata $37, salmon $41, crab cakes $49. How much do you think a peanut butter and raspberry jam sandwich is?
It better be like $15.
It's $14, so it's a bargain.
Okay, so there you go. Good for them.
It's
finally
a bargain at $14. Yeah,
and I was overpricing it at $15 because I just knew where we were going with that one.
So yeah, but
okay. Well, I'm still at only like $120 tops there, so I don't know. So that maybe the present and I don't know I don't know, whatever. So, still overpriced.
So I guess I'll cut to the chase here because we went there for breakfast the other day for Avery's. It was Mandy's daughter Avery. It's her 8th birthday. We went and they sell these plush stuff. Stuffed animals. They sell stuffed animals, and they have all these characters. The stuffed animals are $60 each. There was a family behind us. It was a round table. It was a large family. They had a bunch of adults and they had 4 little girls. Each of the adult women got a unicorn, a plush unicorn. Each of the little girls got a unicorn and a second plush of their choice. So each child, she spent $120 on each of the kids. So that was $480 because they each got 2 stuffed animals. And then each adult woman got a stuffed animal. So there was like almost $1,000 in stuffed animals at that table.
Well, did he look familiar?
What do you mean?
Did he or she look familiar, the parents?
No, it was just a family.
Well, how do you know? It had to be somebody. Was it Elon Musk or somebody? Or
No, it was just a
Soros,
family.
somebody?
But people spend money on vacation. They
yeah,
do.
well, some people do.
They do.
Okay.
We were
I get my kids a pen. One gets a pen and one gets a candy apple. That's all. That's all you get.
Mandy and I were talking at that meal. We were talking about they used to have these tea parties at the Grand Floridian before COVID. They used to have this tea party with Aurora, Sleeping Beauty, and every little girl would get an American doll as part of this tea party celebration. And it was like $500 for this part. So this is not new. People spend money on their kids on vacation.
Well, then this is not a big deal then. Cake bake shop, go at it. They'll probably be sold out.
They will be sold. I think they will be sold out.
They'll be sold out.
But our friends, the Austin family, they are going to one of the Christmas parties that night, the night that they're there. I think it's the 25th. They'll be there, or maybe the 18th. I'm not sure. But they're going to be there for one of these nights. And I sent this to Holly, and she said, oh, we're going to the Christmas party. And then when we found out what the price was, it's actually cheaper to go to the Christmas party than it is to go to dinner with Santa Claus at the cake bake shop. So for their family of 6, it's cheaper to go to the Halloween party. I mean, the Christmas party.
Wow.
Than it is to go to dinner.
Yeah. I said go to the Christmas party, and I haven't even been to one, but I'm saying go.
Yeah. So
okay. All right.
But so you had some other news.
Yeah, you want to talk about Frozen and the animatronics? They finally Disney. We've been telling you for years. Yeah. And we've talked about this before. There's a whole segment that listens to podcasts and stuff to find out what's in the know, what's going on, what the whole scuttlebutt's going on. And maybe they've been listening because let me tell you what. I've said from the very beginning, look, Frozen is okay. But I just feel like it was kind of rushed. I feel like they tried to open it up. They didn't put enough stuff in there. There's some vacant spots. I think they could have put more in there. And then the faces of those animatronics were just hideous. I'm like, Disney, come on.
I think at the time it was cutting edge and Disney wanted to try this technology and see if they could make it work. And I think they tried it. I think in actuality, it was problematic because if the projector goes down, Elsa doesn't have a face. And if Elsa doesn't have a face, they can't run the ride because they can't have the children seeing Elsa without a face. Whereas if they have an animatronic Elsa with a real face and the animatronic breaks and she's not moving her arm or something, they can still run the ride. If she's not blinking her eyes, or they can still run the ride with a kind of semi-broken animatronic. They can't run the ride with a broken projection where Elsa doesn't have a face.
Okay, right. But I mean, from the first time I saw it, I said there's a problem. That just looks terrible. You know what it reminded me of? It reminds me of like a plate, like a pie plate with a face on it stuck on the head. That's what it looks like. No, really, that's what it looks like. And I'm not joking.
Her chin is weird. No,
the whole face is weird. The whole face is weird. It's just weird. It was strange. I'm like, whoever's in charge, whoever's the Imagineer and that whole thing should have walked in and said, okay, I'm sorry. This is going to really hurt you guys. It hurts me. But no, we can't do this. This is unacceptable.
Yeah, it was evident early on that, they were excited about this technology, but they didn't adopt it when they built the new Frozen rides in other countries. They didn't, when they did Tiana's Bayou Adventure, they went back to regular animatronics. They didn't adopt this technology in other rides. And I think at the time they were excited about it and they very quickly realized that it wasn't practical.
Yeah, it's problematic. All right. Yeah, it's just strange.
It didn't work for the remake of Mary Poppins. What makes you think it's going to work for this is a disaster. That was just a mitigated disaster. This is a disaster. Means evil star, by the way, the Latin for that word. Or Greek. Or whatever.
For the kids, too, I thought myself, if I got a small kid, it would be a little disturbing, I think, because it was just so not natural. I don't know. I mean, the animatronics are not that natural, but they're doing a really good job of them. They can make them look pretty real. And that was just the complete opposite. Yeah. I don't know. Were they beta testing it on us, and then they said, "Okay, we're going to change it."
I don't know.
Pardon you. Glad that wasn't a fart.
No, it was a hiccup.
Oh, okay. So you said, okay. Well, anyway, I'm glad
the difference between a fart and a hiccup.
I'm glad they're finally doing something with it because it really desperately needs. Hey, and while they're in there, hey, Disney, if you're listening, while you're in there, how about you slide in a few other little things that make it more exciting? Okay.
No,
I mean, the big finale of that whole thing is when Elsa sings, let it go, let it go. That's the highlight of the whole thing. Everything else is like, okay. Oh, okay. There's a tongue. Okay. There's a weird face. And there's
a tongue.
Big vacant spot. There's a big vacant spot. Oh, and there's what's his name? There's Olaf doing circles. Ooh, wee. Okay. Oh, and we're done.
Okay, Dave, tell us how you really feel.
I digress. Okay. How about let's move along, and hey, price increases are coming shortly. Shocker.
Didn't they come already? I thought they
did.
I thought they came already. I'm moving my chair.
I really don't care because it happens every year and everybody makes a big deal about it and we all know it's coming. And then when it comes, everybody complains. And this is my last year. I'm never coming back. Blah, 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 blah. We hear it every year.
And they come back.
And well, some probably don't, but you know what? They're not going to be missed. Disney.
No, Disney raises prices. People keep coming, and that tells Disney we didn't raise the price enough.
That's right. We could raise them more. And
we could raise it more next year. Yep. The deal with the Christmas, every Halloween party. I was telling Rich the other day, every Halloween party has sold out this year. That means next year they can charge $10 more.
And they will.
And they will.
Yeah, and they will. That's right. And what's going to happen?
Sell out next year. And
yeah, and
$10
the cake bake shop, once they have this $200 a person and they sell out every single day, they're going to be like, next year's going to be $225 a person.
Right.
Yeah.
So
have the demand for it. People are going to buy it.
Let me tell you, we went to Cake Bake Shop for breakfast, and it was really good. I mean, the food is the savory food is really good, and we're going back there for dinner in November. Me and Deirdre, Tori, and we're really looking forward to it. The Louisiana recipes like the gumbo are legit. The po' boys and the
I love gumbo. I mean, I've had it in Louisiana.
So is Deirdre's husband was from Louisiana, and so when she had it at Cake Bake, she was like, "This is the real deal."
She knows real gumbo. Then okay, well that's I'd like to try it then. I think because I love me some gumbo and some crawfish.
So we'll have to see, but we enjoyed the Cake Bake Shop.
Good, okay,
and continue to. Any other news? I think that was.
No, that's all I got.
We had a newsie.
Those are the only three things that irritated me, and I thought I'd bring them up.
But why are you irritated that Frozen's getting improved upon?
Well, because it took them so long. They had an ample amount of time to do something, and they knew they had a problem. I mean, if I knew they had a problem from the first time I saw it, you got to think that they knew they had a problem. I can't imagine an Imagineer walking in there and going, "Oh, that looks amazing. Looks like she's got a pie plate on her head, on her face, or a face on a pie plate on her head. That looks great."
I did see that you were auctioning off a dinner with you.
Well, you know what? I think we're almost sold out. And you know what that tells me, Toni-Ann?
That you didn't charge enough.
Next year, I'm going to charge more. So, yeah, just didn't charge enough.
Oh, David.
Yeah. Yes.
So Dave, we went back to Disney last weekend.
I know. So I'm just can't wait to hear about it.
So one of the really funny things, because we're listening to the podcast on the way home, on the ride home from Disney.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And one of the funny things is in the podcast last week, I said, I have never been upgraded. I got upgraded.
Okay, wait a minute though. Let's circle back a little bit.
Okay.
Where you stayed, your plan was to stay
at Port Orleans Riverside.
No. You were going to stay in the cabins first.
Originally, but okay. So Richard uses a scooter. we were talking, we were in the planning stages. We had a cabin booked, and when you have a scooter, you really can't use a golf cart. You really can't. He uses a scooter that doesn't break down. He uses a high capacity scooter, so he can't put it in the car. He was going to have to take the internal bus to the main bus stop at Fort Wilderness, get off the internal bus, get onto a park bus. It was going to be a pain,
A hassle.
the scooter.
Yeah. A hassle.
Yeah. So he said, I don't know that we really should stay there. I said, okay, I'll look. And I was able to book a handicapped accessible room at Port Orleans Riverside. The night before, I checked in online, and all along the room type that we reserved with the roll-in shower, because he has trouble stepping over the lip of the tub, we had this room all along. I had screenshotted it so that I knew the rooms with the bedding that we wanted, the room that we wanted, the bathroom that we wanted. I did a check-in the night before, and the room type had flipped. It had changed to just a preferred room. It wasn't handicapped accessible anymore. So I was a little nervous. I said, okay, we're going to get to the hotel. I'm going to go in. I'm going to talk. And in the meantime, he had to meet the scooter guy. So he met the scooter guy while I went in and talked to the manager. I showed the manager my screenshots. This is what I booked. This is what it's showing now. What happened? She said, let me go check out for you. Let me go check it out. She came back to me. She actually very nicely. She said, why don't you go sit on one of the couches? So she didn't make me stand at the counter. She said, why don't you go sit on one of those couches over there? And I'll go find out what happened, and I'll come back. I'll find you. So me and Michael sat on the couch. By the time she had gotten back, Rich was back with his scooter from Gold Mobility. And she said, Mrs. Zarcone, I'm so sorry. Apparently last night, somebody arrived with needed an accessible room, and somehow somebody gave your room away. So I was like, okay. And she said, there's no other room. There's no other room with what you need available. So we're going to make it up to you. She said, what are your plans today? And I said, well, I was going to go hang out with my friend who's staying at Kidani. And she said, oh, okay. Would you be agreeable to staying at Kidani? And I was like, yeah. She's like, are there any other resorts you'd like us to look for a room for you at? And Rich is like, whoa. For the same price? And she was like, yes, for the same price. So anyway, she did look. She did look for some other accommodations, gave us a choice, and we decided just to stay at Kidani because Mandy was staying at Kidani. So we got a 1-bedroom at Kidani. So we had the king size bed for me and Rich. Michael had the pull-out. There was also a pull-out couch. There's a pull-out chair, a pull-out couch, a king-size bed, a washer-dryer, a full kitchen with a dishwasher, a full refrigerator, everything. 2 bathrooms. It was really nice.
Very
nice. That was really,
Wow.
It wasn't, and she apologized. She's like, Mrs. Zarcone, I'm so sorry I couldn't get you Savannah View. I was like, that's okay.
Oh, that's okay.
That's all right.
How ironic was you just were talking about how you
I've
never ever
been upgraded. Yep.
Ever.
Yep.
It's so crazy. And,
Yeah,
not long ago, we were talking about the dates, because Rich doesn't have an annual pass.
Mm-hmm.
And then that special came out for Florida residents, and it happened to fall on the exact dates, exact parks that you were going to. It couldn't have been more perfect.
Well, the thing that was frustrating is that being that they gave my room away the night before, that told me that my room would have been ready in the morning. And we could have just, because he wanted to just go, he was going to not go to the park right away. He was going to relax in the room, and the room would have been ready. But because we had to move to Kidani, the room wasn't ready until 4:00. So it just threw off the whole day. But, here's the other thing. There's more. Wait, there's more. He had his scooter now. Gold Mobility had brought the scooter, met us at Port Orleans Riverside, And he's sitting there in the lobby in the scooter. And I said, oh, okay, if we've got to go to Kidani, honey, you're going to have to get a bus to a park. And I said this right in front of the manager. I said, you're going to have to get a bus to the park and then another bus to Kidani and meet me at the hotel. And the manager's like, oh, no, ma'am. No. We'll get him a minivan. So they got him an accessible minivan. I looked it up while I was sitting there. It was a $61 minivan. They got him and they just whisked him off to Kidani in his scooter.
Wow. Pixie dust. Mega pixie dust.
Yeah. I mean, he wasn't that impressed by that, but I was.
Well, come on, really? Oh, he would have impressed if he had to go the other route,
I still had to. Yeah, if he had taken a bus to a bus, he would have. Yeah, he would have been mad.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I drove to Kidani. Me and Michael drove to Kidani, and
can I get an extra one just to have it?
Yeah. So that was really nice. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think if there's anything else.
Was Mickey in the room waiting for you to give you a greeting?
No.
Oh.
Our room wasn't ready till like 4:00, which is that's what they say with DBC rooms. They're really not supposed to be ready till after 4. So, and because a bigger room, like when we used to go to Bonnet Creek, the bigger the room we got, the later it would be ready because it takes more to clean. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it was great that we had the washing machine though.
Oh
because I realized. I do packing cubes, and I had a packing cube for my dresses, for my unmentionables, for socks, and I forgot a packing cube. So it was nice that we had the washing machine because I would have ran out of clothes.
Oh yeah, that was perfect.
And when I got home, I saw it sitting on the couch. It's like,
right where it doesn't need to be. Yeah.
There it is. Yep. Oh. So it was good that we had the washer dryer. So
wow, how cool is that?
The washer dryer, holy cow, it's so loud. It was like it first of all, when the wash cycle is done, it lets out this buzz that is like earth shattering. It's like, and then the dryer is clang, 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 clang.
Oh,
and like there's a door that you close, but it's like one of those doors with the slats. So like it doesn't
the noise comes right out.
Right. It doesn't buffer the sound at all.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I bet you didn't complain about it though, did you? Too much.
No, not too much, but
that's okay. Yeah, I'll take that one. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we never actually made it to Hollywood Studios, because that whole day was just kind of screwed up. So I still haven't seen the Villain Show.
I was just going to say, so you guys missed all the new stuff over there, yeah?
No, still haven't done it. But I'll do it. I'll do it in a couple of weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm going back.
Okay, well, after that mega dose of pixie dust, what else happened on the trip? Where else did you go the next day?
Well, that night we went to Jiko for dinner, and Jiko is right next to. It's at Jumbo House, which is next to Kidani. He had the scooter. Let me tell you, that's something I want to tell you about Gold Mobility. Gold Mobility is, I compared prices with other scooter companies, and we've used Gold Mobility the last time Rich went. You can't even compare because the Gold Mobility scooters are brand new. The first time we went with a scooter, he rented from another company, and when we got the scooter, it was red. But you know how like cars are when they're red and they're faded, they're old, and that's what it looked like. It was a piece of junk. The plastic was falling off of it. That was the first scooter experience. We used Gold the last time. The Gold Mobility comes with a fan, a cup holder, a phone holder, a USB port to charge your fan. All of it is standard. Other companies charge you for accessories.
How dare they?
A lot of these accessories are included with Gold. Everything I mentioned is included with Gold Mobility. And just, and when we got moved from Port Orleans Riverside to Kidani, I messaged them. I said, there was a problem with our hotel. We got moved, and they said, no problem. We'll get it. And they did, no problem.
Well, what's happening with them is this. Well, what's happening now is this is a shining endorsement for them. See, now you're talking very highly of them, and this is not going to do anything but help them.
Right. Well,
and give them more business.
They don't know who I am.
Who?
Gold Mobility. They don't.
Oh, yes, they do. They know who Toni-Ann is. Come on, don't.
Nobody knows.
You're so humble. You're so.
Oh
humble.
yeah. So anyway, we we're going to Jiko. We had that planned. We went to the thing is it's right next door, Kadani Jumbo House. They do have a shuttle, but because we had the scooter, they don't take the scooter on the shuttle, so we just walked over, and which was fine until we left dinner and it was raining.
Ooh.
Yeah, but it was okay because we very quickly we were able to duck into the parking garage. You know how Kadani has that underground parking garage?
Yeah.
It wasn't really that far. When we walked on the outside there, it seemed like a long walk outside, but we were able to just duck in the parking garage. It really wasn't that far.
It's pretty quick right there.
It really wasn't that far. So we just ducked in and then,
So it must not have been one of those torrential downpours then. It must have been.
It was drizzling. It was drizzling. Yeah. But it wasn't too bad. But I got to tell you, I've been to Jiko before and I really liked it. This time around, I was not crazy about it. We had a bunch of we had a few appetizers and we shared an entree. My friend Andy talks about the filet at Jiko. We ordered the filet. It was under-seasoned. It really was. It was under-seasoned. And we were not that impressed by it. But we had a couple appetizers. We had a scallop and some pork belly. The scallop was okay. The pork belly was good. And we had the wild boar, which Rich, I'm going to see if Rich will tell you about the wild boar.
Well, the thing going back to the steak is that a good steak shouldn't need any seasoning. It should just be salt and that's it.
But it didn't have any salt. It didn't have enough salt. That was what it was under.
Yeah, we're talking about someone who puts A1 on their steak, on a good steak.
Who?
Hello. Your husband.
I don't.
Not you, your husband though. He's looking for the A1 steak sauce.
Not normally. Not on a good steak. Hey, so tell Dave about the wild boar.
Was it gamey?
That's where Michael. No, we don't think it was wild boar at all.
Oh.
What?
The Frenchies lied to us.
They weren't French. They were African. It was an African-inspired restaurant.
I thought we were in the French restaurant eating that crap.
No.
Put the phone closer to the mic. I can't hear him.
Oh, okay. What's the other crap? All right, whatever. The Africans lied to us. I don't know.
Okay.
They say it's wild boar.
Mm-hmm.
I'm picking through it. I'm looking at it. I'm cutting it. I'm chewing it. I'm tasting it. And it's a piece of prime rib or something.
Yeah, it
Really?
tasted like beef.
It looked like meat. It just acted like meat. Same grain as meat.
Look, you mean beef?
Right. Didn't look like pork.
Right. It didn't look like pork.
Hmm.
And
Yeah, I mean, there's a big difference between steak and a piece of pork.
It had no pork taste, and it wasn't gamey at all. It had
Nope. Tasted like a good piece of steak.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. Y'all would have asked somebody. I said, "Hey, what's up with this? Did you give me the wrong
That
thing?"
was the deal.
and Mandy and her friend felt the same way. They had it too, and said the same thing. They were like, "This is beef."
Right away, they said, "Yeah, we believe it." They didn't think it was neither.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So,
Mm.
yep. So, anyway, all right. I love you.
Yeah.
Okay, bye. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, we've had that pork tenderloin, that boar tenderloin before
I thought
at
you had,
Jiko,
yeah.
and loved it, and
Yeah.
we just nothing excited us. But now my friend Jen Wynn says I should have ordered the halibut, so I know for next time to listen to Jen and not Andy.
Okay.
So if I go back, I will try the halibut.
Well, Andy knows his steaks, so I'm surprised. He must have got a good piece.
Yeah, it just wasn't. I don't know. It had no flavor.
Well, you got to have consistency, and that's the thing. Consistency is a big deal, and yeah, that's not good. Well, anything else? Was anything there at all good, enjoyable?
Yeah, the pork belly was good, but it was like a piece, like it was a small little piece.
Too small. Yeah, you've had that before there and enjoyed it.
Yeah. So
Talked highly of it.
the next day we went to Epcot. We actually didn't do a whole lot of food and wine, which is okay because I'm going to do that I think in a couple weeks. But but Michael I had a problem. Michael was supposed to go with his day program for pizza a few days before, and they wound up canceling the pizza trip. There was a problem. So he was like on and on about pizza, and I told him, I'll get you pizza when we go to Disney.
Oh, they got some good pizza in Epcot.
Well, we wound up going to we went to Connections.
Yeah.
And then by the time he ate his pizza at Connections, everybody was full, and we wound up not doing Food and Wine.
We didn't do much either when we were there last time.
So, so we'll have to go back and try some things. But
did Rich get to try anything different, or was there, because there's a lot that's been going on there since I think the last time he's been there, right?
Yeah,
no, he didn't. Stuff. No?
He didn't. Not at Epcot. No,
Did he get to sit and take a picture with pooping Disney?
Let me tell you about pooping Walt. There is no more photo pass photographer there. So if I want to go and bring my teepee and take my picture with pooping Walt, there's nobody stopping me.
Oh, there's somebody watching somewhere. They got cameras. They're watching.
I don't
get too bad.
I don't know. I think I need to bring my roll of toilet paper and try it out.
You desecrate poor Walt sitting there.
I'm not going to desecrate him. I'm just going to have a roll of toilet paper and take a picture with him.
That's still that's borderline. That's on the fence, Missy.
Well, then they need to keep a photo pass photographer there to keep his dignity, don't you think?
But that would be ideal. That would be the picture of all pictures. You know that. That would be the picture of all pictures. Sneak a roll of toilet paper. Can you imagine security going through there? Your bag.
Just hand it to him. Just hand it to him.
What's that? You got a whole roll of toilet paper?
Handing a roll to Walt.
Oh my gosh.
And you know what? They have them like in the hotel rooms. There's always that extra roll that they have.
Oh yeah. You could have a roll right there.
Just hand it to Walt. So yeah.
I'm surprised no one's done it yet. We should be the first.
I'm sure people have done it, but
we'd be lambasted. We'd be bad.
So I think I need to do that.
We'd get so much backlash for that one. People are right now going, I'm just unsubscribing. I'm unsubscribing right now.
Well, anyway. Yeah. So that night we had planned a grown-ups dinner at Chefs de France. Mandy's kids went back with our friend Claire, who watched them. Our friend Claire, who does Once Upon a Transformation. She does hair. She does like makeovers in the room. She does kids. She does adults. Whatever you want, custom. She's amazing. She did my hair for the Main Street 16.
Which looked amazing. Big shout out to Claire, man.
She also does nanny. She'll be a park nanny. If you need help in the parks, she'll watch the kids in the room. She's really nice she's really great with the kids. She's great with Michael. But anyway, so she watched the kids, and the adults all went to dinner except the adults, including Michael, went to dinner.
Well, he's an adult.
Chefs de France. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Oh, do tell.
No, we just didn't. I got the French onion soup, which was good. Rich got the ratatouille, which he enjoyed. And I got a pork shank, which he and I shared, like the ratatouille and the pork shank, and kind of, I don't know, nobody there were three couples and Michael, and nobody was really impressed with anything. And the service was not great, and the manager was snooty with us. So I don't know. I would never go. I don't think I'd ever go back there.
Okay. You're never going back then?
I don't think so. I don't have a reason to go back there.
Was that your first time there?
No.
Okay. And
I've been there a couple of times, but it just, I don't know.
The other times, the previous times that you've been there were just as bad?
No, I don't know. I was going there for the company more. There were other places I'd rather spend my money.
Yeah. Okay.
So I want to go back. I really want to go back to Rose. I keep saying I want to go back to Rose Mexicano, and I still haven't been back to Rose Mexicano.
I know,
since
that was
2023.
good.
Since 2023, I still haven't been back.
I know. Same here.
Maybe for my birthday, we need to plan to go to Rose Mexicano.
Okay, because they had just opened up, so they were trying to impress. So we'll see if their consistency is still.
And there were 24 of us.
Same.
So
yeah, and they were good though. They did a pretty good job.
Yeah,
they messed up a couple of drinks, but.
Oh yeah, but you wound up getting them, didn't you? Get free drinks?
I did. I got some free drinks. Yes.
So anyway,
I just kept telling away. Could you just mess up another one, please? Thank you very much.
yeah. So yeah. I don't know. I just think there's other places I'd rather go and spend my money.
Well, see,
So-
the difference in Disney and like we went to a restaurant very close to where we are staying,
Mhm.
and they messed my drink up. I was drinking one thing and then I changed, and they have a little computer and they put it in there. So I ordered another one, and they gave me the first one, and they brought it to me, and I'm like, oh, no. And she's like, oh, my bad. And then she takes it away, and we're like, well, wait, what are you going to do with that one? And they said, oh, we're going to give it to somebody else. And I'm like, what? Just what do you mean going to give it to somebody else?
Okay.
They went and gave it to somebody else. Like, okay, geez.
That's
I
weird.
I still drank it, but anyway.
Here's a weird, like, okay, so there was 7 of us at the table. There's 7 of us at the table. And they brought us like a little baguette. I want to say it was like 6 inches. It was like half of a sub, right? For 7 of us. They brought us one 6-inch baguette.
Oh.
And
everybody got a little nibble, eh?
And it was really, a really good French baguette is really, really crusty and kind of hard on the outside, but didn't give us a knife to cut it with. So they gave us a butter knife for the butter. We couldn't cut through the bread. So we wound up having to rip the bread, but like we weren't really, like, we're friends, but I don't know that I want people with their hands all over the baguette. I don't know. It was just weird. And then they brought us a second one for the 7 of us. They brought a second, but it was just weird. The whole thing was weird. I don't know. The meal wasn't great. Nobody was impressed. The company was wonderful. Mandy and her friends that from New York ate with us that night, and it was nice adult conversation, and it was good.
Good.
So I was glad for that. And then the next day, we did a cake bake shop, which we already talked about for the girl's birthday. It was perfect. It was just a perfect girly breakfast. I'd never had breakfast there before. I wound up having chicken salad anyway. Even though it was breakfast, I know that's weird, but that's what I wanted. So I had some chicken salad, but everybody enjoyed what they had. Mandy's mom had this quiche, Chris's mom, Mandy's mother-in-law, had this quiche it was a huge piece of quiche. Everybody was really happy. Everything.
Well, you've always given it high praises since it opened.
Yeah.
Every time you've been there, you've always said how good it is. And, is a little pricey, but not too bad. Not, honestly, the prices we talked about earlier, it's not that far away.
It is a little pricey, but it's not compared to what Disney prices are.
Yeah, it's not that far out there. It really isn't. I mean, it's another sparkling endorsement for the cake bake shop. There you go. You're welcome.
Yeah, we really liked it, and the kids got their stuffed animals, and they got their birthday. They got to blow glitter all over the place for their birthday.
Oh, great! Yeah.
So yeah,
did you tell them I've already been pixie dusted? I don't need any more.
I got more pixie dust.
You got more anyway, huh?
Yeah,
okay.
And then we went. That Rich and I went back to the hotel. And Rich and me and Mike, we went to Animal Kingdom. Let me tell you something. By the time I got back we had a 10 o'clock cake bake reservation. I'm not going to say anything bad about my friend Mandy, but she's always late. So we didn't really get to cake bake and get seated until 10:30. By the time we got back to Kidani, it was almost 1 o'clock, and Michael was gnawing at the bit to go to Animal Kingdom, but I still had some things I had to get done. I had laundry in the machine. By the time we got to Animal Kingdom, we got on the bus and everything. By the time we got to Animal Kingdom, it was after 2:30, and everybody was leaving. And this has been my cry to the world for years, that people rope drop Animal Kingdom, and I feel like Animal Kingdom is the perfect park to go to in the late afternoon.
Yep.
We went in, it was after 2:30 by the time we got through security. We went in, everybody else was funneling out. You could see everybody leaving, and we were going in. We walked on the safari. We went and saw the Festival of Lion King, got right in. Because Rich had the scooter, we had floor seating, which was perfect. But we would have got in anyway. We got right in. Then we rode Nabi River Journey. I think the wait was like 25 minutes. And then Rich and I were talking about, what do you want to do for dinner? It was getting to be like 5:00. And he said, I'd really like some meat. I said, okay. He said, do you want to go to Disney Springs? And we looked at what was available at Disney Springs. I had some gift cards and we talked about it for a little bit. It was after 5 by this point. I said, well, we're going to have to get a bus to another bus to get to Disney Springs. And I was looking at reservations and we could get we were thinking, by the time we get there, probably 6:30, 6:45 reservation. I said, hey, I've heard that Yak and Yeti, which is right here, has a good burger and a good steak if you want meat. He was saying, I'm kind of in the mood for a burger. I don't know. So he said, well, let's see, see if because I have the Landry's card. So we went, she said, yeah, no problem, 15 minutes. So the park was closing at 6. We went to Yak and Yeti around 5:15, got seated around 5:30, had a great meal. He had a burger. I had one of the specials off the inside menu that you don't really know how much they're going to charge you for.
Yeah, exactly. I know, no prices on there. That's crazy.
But it was
so
really
exactly
good.
How much am I going to spend on this one right here?
It was really good. Michael had some shrimp and some fried rice. Yeah, we really thoroughly enjoyed it, and we got back to the room when we left Yak and Yeti. The park was closed, which was great because there was hardly anybody in the park.
Yeah, that's cool. I love it. When that happens.
We were back in our room by 7:30, whereas if we had gone to Disney Springs, we wouldn't have gotten back till 9. Let's be honest. If we had gone to Disney Springs.
Oh,
so
yeah.
It was
a late night.
Yeah, it was nice. But the one thing that happened leaving Yak and Yeti after park closing, Michael, I take Michael to the companion restroom. Our listeners know that. And, he had a couple of Sprites at Yak and Yeti. So he needed to go as we're walking out of the park. They had cast members blocking all the lands. So you couldn't get into any of the lands to go to the bathroom. And there's that one bathroom across from Flame Tree that has a companion. And there was a cast member standing there. And I said, can I take him in the companion restroom? And she said, no, ma'am, I'm sorry. They were already cleaning it. You can't, no. So I said, well, what am I going to do? I've got to take him to a companion restroom. And she said, there's actually one inside guest services on your way out. You just have to ask when you go.
Oh,
I didn't know this. I didn't know this. So we walked out, to the exit, there was a big line at guest services. I just kind of walked around the outside of the line to the girl that was standing at the door. And I said, ma'am, I was told that there's a companion restroom that we can use because the one in the land that was already closed, and she said, oh yeah, let me go check with my lead. Let me go check with my lead and we'll get you in there. So there is a companion restroom backstage. So the kind of the manager came out and got us and escorted us backstage, which was, right behind the counter, basically. Yeah. And behind that door. And let us go in. And so Mike was able to go to the bathroom on the way out. So I didn't know that. So that was good to know.
Good to know. Yep. It's always
I know in Magic Kingdom, I usually, if it's late and the park is closing, I usually take him to that one in the first aid. There's one in Magic Kingdom at the first aid station next to Casey's. And I've taken him in there a few times.
Yeah.
Because
I knew about that one.
Yeah, there's no companion restrooms at the front of the parks. At the front of that park, there isn't one at the front of Animal Kingdom, and there isn't one at the front of Magic Kingdom. There is one at the front of Hollywood since they built that new by the Skyliner. There's a companion restroom there. At Epcot, there's one. I don't know if there's one on the way out. I don't think there's one at Epcot either. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure if there's one backstage at Epcot in guest services because their first aid is in the middle of the park.
On your next time out, you might want to ask somebody, say, hey, by chance, I tried to get in and they're all taken or something.
It just seems that wherever there's new construction, they are putting one in.
Which is a good thing because you've always said they needed more.
Yeah.
Well, that's good to know.
I was able to take him when we left Epcot after Chefs de France. The park was closed as well, and I was able to take him to that one next to
Spice Road.
No, where the ice cream is, the swirls. It was temporarily a Starbucks before they built.
Oh yeah.
You know where I mean?
Yeah.
Over there, Swirl Showcase or whatever they call it. Yes, Swirl Showcase. There's one there. I was able to take him in that one.
Okay.
So yeah, because Epcot was closed when we left as well.
Well, you're closing down some parks. That's cool.
Yeah.
I love closing down parks. I love it.
Yeah. So
yeah, that's cool. How were the crowds on all the parks?
Not too bad. The lines for the food and wine stuff. The lines for food and wine were long, but the ride lines weren't bad. Like I said, Animal Kingdom was amazing in the afternoon because everybody was leaving.
Well, yeah,
everybody was leaving.
Yeah, you've been saying that for years, and we know that too. You go late, and
the only thing about Animal Kingdom is so much is closed right now. I mean, Tree of Life is closed, Dino Land is closed. It's just
yeah, I know that's going to be a while too. Well, did Rich get to try anything new and any new experiences that he hasn't done, or not really?
Not really. No, honestly, no. No, everything we did, he'd
already done.
Already. Yeah, even the restaurants. We went to, he's been to before.
The thing about it was Hollywood Studios was the big one because those were things that you hadn't done either.
Right, but
both of you, we'll get back there, and he's going back, so maybe we'll find out.
Yeah, so we're going in February when Kevin is here, and I just found out that a bunch of other people are going to be there too, so that's cool.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a mini meetup, I think.
Oh, I do want to tell you one thing about Kidani. About this.
We're going to circle back.
Yeah. So in the master bedroom, there's a chair. It's just a chair there's a desk with a chair, but then there's another chair next to the bed. And there's really no other place for this chair to go. But next to the nightstand, like on the wall, there's nowhere else for this chair to go. There is a picture frame with like some African art right above the chair, which if you see me where I'm sitting, like it would hit, like you'd hit the corner. Every time you sat down, you'd hit the corner of this. It was like a window box. It was like a window box. It had like an African artifact in it.
Oh, so it stuck out.
Right. So it stuck out. So every time Rich sat down, he'd hit his head on the corner of the thing. So yeah, that was his favorite. So I'll post a picture of it. I'll post a picture of it in the group.
Next time you should have called the front desk and said, "I need a helmet." Yes.
Yeah.
I need a bicycle helmet.
So yeah,
for my husband.
The Kidani was nice though. It was nice.
Yeah.
As you know from when we stayed there, the hallways can be long, but we actually our room was actually pretty close to the lobby. It was I mean, it was on the 5th floor and the lobby's on the 2nd floor, but it was very close to the
I love that resort.
Yeah. It was
that's a great upgrade. I mean, that's just so unbelievable that you were just talking about never getting upgraded and then bam.
And then I got upgraded. Yep.
Oh, that's great.
You got to try that sometimes. Complain about something and then see if the next trip you get.
I never stay at the resort, so I can't complain.
Maybe you'll get Pixie.
I stay off property all the time. And
oh well.
Anyway, one of these days.
Yeah. So we got.
Wait! I will be going to Copper Creek in November, I think it is.
Oh,
so
cool.
I'll complain when I'm there. I'll complain.
Okay,
about
good.
Something.
Good.
Let's see what happens.
Maybe you'll get put in the dungeon where me and Rich stayed when Kevin blessed us with a trip.
Oh, don't say that.
What?
See,
Why?
A dungeon.
Yeah, because the rooms.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait, I don't know if I want to hear this. The dungeon. I don't know what kind of dungeon was it.
No, the rooms. Okay, the way Copper Creek is, the way the Wilderness Lodge is, you're actually not on the 1st floor when you walk in. You go. There's another floor below you. And that's where our room was. Our room was on the 1st floor, and it felt like we were in a dungeon. But when we finally realized, though, what was cool was we opened our patio, and we were right next to Geyser Point, so we could just like walk out our patio.
I remember that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be trusting that nobody's going to go in your room. if you're at Kaiser Point, but whatever.
Yeah.
But it was, But there was no signal. There was no phone signal down there. And it was back in the days when you had to try to get a virtual queue for Rise of the Resistance.
Yeah.
And I didn't get one because there was no signal.
Yeah.
But it's okay. Kevin blessed me with an anniversary trip. So that was nice.
Kevin Curtis Allen. What a guy.
Yeah, well, his points were going to expire. So
well, whatever.
They wouldn't let him fly here. They wouldn't let him in the country during COVID.
I remember that. I know.
Yeah.
It was a rough time. So, how you feeling, by the way?
How am I feeling?
Yeah, everybody good? No sniffles, no sore throats?
No, we're good. No kachapas that I can know of, no.
Well, good for you.
Not that I've noticed.
Well, I've done good for years. And then all of a sudden, bam.
You got him. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I let my guard down. I must have let my guard down somewhere. It only takes one little thing, and then yeah.
Mandy's. While we were there, Mandy's friend, Haruma Kadani, bed bugs. Bed bugs. They saw one on the wall. They saw one crawling up the wall. They took a video of it. And Disney tried to deny it, and the husband had a video. He's like, no, this is and so they had to treat everything. They did move them to another room, and all of their stuff, they had to leave it in the first room so that everything could be treated. And so, yeah. So they were happy to get moved to a 1-bedroom as well. They were originally in a studio. They got moved to a 1-bedroom, which was good because they had to do laundry because they had no clothes because all their stuff was being treated.
I wonder if you can get bed bugs online anywhere. Let me see.
I don't know. But bed bugs can happen anywhere. They can happen in Motel 6. They can happen in the Grand Floridian. It just depends on who the person was that was there before you.
I know. Hey, I know. It happens. But you
always, I always, and I know you do too. Always check the corners, mattress, the corners between the headboard and the mattress, and check the mattress for any speckles of dried blood.
Yeah,
or anything.
you'll see it. Yeah. No, I'm a freak. Yeah, I do everything. I do a whole sanitization going in the room.
Yes, you are.
I put on the rubber gloves. Snap. Yep. I'm like, okay, let me in. You guys can come in about 5 minutes when I'm done.
Yep.
Okay. Sanitize. Everybody in.
Anyway, that's my story.
Well, good. And Rich had a good time. Everything went good for him.
Yeah, he had a good time. He had a really good time. Yeah, it was good that he got to be around other people, and he was very happy with the scooter from Gold, and I said, honey, you see, this is DVC when we stayed in the Kidani. I said, see that nicer accommodations. You get this. He wasn't buying it. No.
Well, the next trip maybe. But the only thing about the next trip is there's going to be a whole lot more people there, and he might get overwhelmed by all that.
Yeah, we're going to be at All Star Music in a family suite for the next trip.
Well, just complain. See what happens. Complain. See what happens.
No. No, that room's booked. Yeah, no, I think that'll be a good setup for us too.
Yeah, good. All right, Toni-Ann. Well, I'm glad it went good. I was a little nervous, and because he's got a thing about the mouse. You know what it is. And so when things go good, it's.
I'm sorry, that's my work phone going on.
When things go bad, it wouldn't be good, if you know what I mean. So I'm glad it went well. All right, Toni-Ann. Well, thank you for that. That was great.
Okay.
Felt like I was there with you, and I'm glad you had a good time. And thank you guys for joining us. We will see you next week right here. Same place, same time.
Bye.
I think that's it. All right.
Turkey and truth has spoken.
Put a check on that. Can you do that, Dave? Can you put a check on that one?